there's so many minor things about this character that just kind of feel a bit shit. You don't have to use the gun. No, I mean, if you want to play this character even slightly good, you have to play the gun. You have to almost exclusively use the gun. The gun is like by far the best part of his kit. And his ult's really good as well, I think, but I think it's, the thing is it is actually really fun, the dynamic between using the gun and the sword. Like, you know, all-inning someone, doing that, and then when they run away, you use the gun and all that shit like that. The problem you have is just having to do this all the time in neutral is kind of AIDS. I mean, chat, if I had to remake the hero, I would remove his ability to headshot as well. I'd remove the ability for blades and shotgun to headshot, and then buff the sword damage by a certain amount, and then I would rework his shift and his sword to fly anti-heal. Also, just all into me and kill me. Holy fuck! Yes. Yes! I love Squirrel Girl. Nah, I think if they made him get vampire stacks with his gun, I think that would be like super badly designed. I think the way he plays is fine. I don't think I have any problem with like the way his weapons feel, the way you get stacks, how fast they are to build, how fast they are to decay. I think is like all fine. I think the problem, the big problem is his gun's too good, his sword's too weak. And his shift gun applying anti-heal feels dumb. I don't think it's one of those serious. Yeah, but they're strong, but they're also, I don't think they're particularly interesting design-wise. I have no idea why Hellas hit scan. Fuck my life. How much fucking work do you have to put in? Man, they could do nothing else. They could do nothing else but swap around the anti-heal on the shifts, and I think this character will be fine. Hi, I mean, I was on a fucking cloak ult, and 80 strafing on a guy in melee, like. Can anyone confirm, by the way, that if you, because people said if you use your ult and then use your shotgun dash, it applies 80% anti-heal. Is that true? Right. 20% ult? Wait, the ult's only 20%? Dude, fuck off, man. You look like you eat dirt. Thank you, sir. Why do you play V-Rising when you can play Supervive? Bro's the #1 Supervive here. You're my #1 V-Rising guy. I'm left with Bogdy and Red. That's actually so depressing. There's no way they still play, by the way. Do they actually still play V-Rising? I mean, I liked Supervive, but like V-Rising is like by such a large margin a better game than Supervive. It's like not even in the realms of close. Rivals dead as well. I mean, Rivals is doing fine. It was never gonna have like my Rivals is never gonna have like a crazy like high system like retention rate. Still miss you a lot. I appreciate that, man. But no, I'm not coming back to V-Rising until a new patch. IP is carrying. I don't think the IP. I think people overrate how much the IP actually carries the game. I think if you could just in theory put all these heroes on non-Marvel things, I don't think it would. Like Rivals is fueled because the gameplay is enjoyable. Like the character, I think the enjoyment of playing your character is really high in Rivals. Like it's super fun to play your character in general. Most of the characters are very satisfying to play.
The right heroes can make all the difference.
I just don't like the problem you have is just this game and the way that it's balanced and designed and made is never gonna last for like a long time, right? Like it's never gonna have, you know, 3, 4, 5 years of sustainability of being a really popular game. Like I think the idea that no, I mean this is not true though. The idea that people play for the characters is just not true because there's been other Marvel games that have the same characters that like instantly dead on release, right? Like I agree it's a draw, but I don't think it's the reason that people play. Because there's been so many other games of Marvel or like other like massive IPs that are just shit, like completely garbage. Because the gameplay is dog shit and the game dies instantly. Like this game has a combination of, I mean it has the characters, but it's also the way the characters feel. Like playing as Spider-Man isn't just like you're playing Spider-Man and the character doesn't play anything like Spider-Man would play. It's like, it's the combination of you're playing Spider-Man, which is cool because you like Spider-Man, but you also actually feel like Spider-Man. But that's to me more to do with the character design than the IP. I think the main benefit the IP has is the fact that it makes designing characters trivial because you don't actually need to design. It takes like 70% of the work off designing characters. I think is the main benefit you have. Here it's already there, exactly. Whereas like you don't have to design the visuals of the character, which is one thing that makes it a lot faster. But also the like design wise, like if you make a character like I don't know Cyclops. You know Cyclops in his kit is going to have these laser eyes. Like you know that you know he's gonna be a hit scan character that deals like damage with a beam weapon. Like you know it will be. That's his kit. So you design the kit around that. And if you have a core identity of a character, it's really easy to make. Generally, when you design a character, you want to have something that's unique about the character, right? Something that exists in the character that you build around. Like Spider-Man, his entire character is built around swinging on webs. That's his design, right? And when you have an IP as expansive as Marvel, it makes designing characters so easy. That's why they drop them like once a month, right? The clones can't die of lamp. No, but I don't mean the clone. Sorry, like I mean the lamp. Does my ult kill the lamp? Is the question. I assume it does, right?
Inside.
So which in the name? Because someone took Chipsa. So much harder to know which design characters. Yeah, 100%. I think it's one of the things that gives Rivals is like a huge benefit over. Oh, my ult can go up. Oh shit! I didn't know that.
Score is 0.
Rainbow fucking wake up.
I actually didn't know that.
Yeah.
You should nerf Hella, Phoenix, Bucky, Punisher, Namor, Starlord, Widow, Hawkeye, and Psylocke. So fucking based. Blade good? No, I think Blade is absolutely dog shit. I think he's like one of the worst characters in the game. Rivals doesn't have much hit scan. I think the main thing I like about Rivals, or one of the main things I like about Rivals is the amount of melee characters there is. Because in Overwatch there was none. But there was only really one melee character, like one melee DPS character in the game. And that was Doomfist. And even then he wasn't like a pure melee. I mean he was basically a pure melee, but I haven't played in ages. Magic. I think people say Magic's pretty good, but I'm just learning. This guy, Blade. How is he irrelevant? I mean, I think that the problem you have with Blade is that theoretically, Blade... Here's the issue, right? Theoretically, Blade should be a character who shits on healers. And specifically, his shits on healers in like a 1v2, right? The problem is he just doesn't. His anti-heal's too unreliable and doesn't make sense on the abilities on. What the fuck is this? Ring. That like he can't cut through healing. He doesn't have enough damage. They gave Groot a healing wall. Wait, what? Oh yeah, has a team with Mantis or shit, right? Doesn't Blade kill healers? Not really. That's the problem. I mean, it's the problem I said earlier, right? It's that all your damage is in your... Like, you want your damage in your sword form. And if you want to do damage in your sword form, you need to use your dash in your sword form to get the stacks, right? Like this. But then you don't get the anti-heal because you need to do the other dash for the anti-heal. So you just don't do anything. It's a shame because I think he is really fun to play still. It's just not very fun when you just can't win a game because the character's so shit. The problem is that you want to like theoretically you use his ult into a lunar ult. The problem is it doesn't anti-heal enough for you to actually be able to kill through it. So then you're just wasting your ult and you're best off using it afterwards. Damage boosted blade ult kills through, but the problem is that relies on the Luna just not being at her keyboard. Like if you combo with Groot ult, then sure. But then at that point, why don't you just play Namor or play Iron Man or play something else that can also just do the same thing, right?
Your powers are mine.
I am ready to put on a show.
And then the problem you have as well is that then he becomes an ult bot. Which isn't necessarily bad because you can farm his ult pretty fast just by shooting with pistol, but if you ult and your team hits Luna, she dies, yeah, but it's not with. I don't think it's any considerable consistency. Like Luna can die, but it's not reliable enough to make it like something that you can do on a regular basis. Enough to pick the hero, I think. Watch it. I mean, I'd have to see the videos, but I just can't see it. The new dash chance perfectly staying your own team focus, I suppose. Well, that's I mean, that's a noble simplification, but that's pretty much what it is, right? Like to a degree, that's pretty much what I think it will be like. I do think it is like there is choke points where your ult is really, really oppressive. Like for sure, I agree with that. But I also think that is true of like other heroes. Like there, we almost killed her, but that was almost entirely because she was just inting, right? Invis woman is 100% trash against Blade. I just don't agree. I just don't agree. Like and if your argument is that Blade ult can kill through Invisible Woman ult, even if I grant you, that still doesn't make the character good, because you're just trading an ult for an ult and winning. But like yes, I agree. I think if you Blade ult on an Invisible Woman ult, it becomes very killable. But it's still like a decent amount of HPS. It's just people will have to adapt to like, okay, this ult makes me unkillable, to this ult just gives me a lot of healing. I also think like the same argument is that you can Garroot ult in the middle of an Invisible Woman ult, and you'll almost always kill through if you have a good comp, right? Because what is Lunar ult now? So what is Lunar ult? What is Invisible Woman ult? No, like how much is it? What's the HPS? Like how much does it heal per second? Lunar ult's 240, and what's Invisible Woman ult though? Because Invisible Woman ult's like 160 or something, right? It's quite a lot less. So my final decision is, I'm pretty sure Cloak ult's more HPS, right? Because I don't know, can you still stack Cloak ult? I don't know. Oh, you can't do it anymore? Okay. That shit was dumb though. I mean, it was kind of irrelevant. It didn't really matter, but it was funny though. Having like 900 HPS is just so fucking crazy. Did Matt versus Punisher? Yeah, that was a very niche case, right? Because Punisher ult's not reliably killing through ult, like even one stack of Lunar ult, Cloak ult. Like it happens, but it's not like something that happens a lot, right? Ryan has to be fine flame. I mean, Reinhardt's one of those characters that's really good in pro play and comp, and really dog shit in ranked. Because Ryan was always a character that relied you had to have like proper teammates to play around him, otherwise you're just so useless. Like that's a situation where the anti-heal is really good, right? When like a tank is running in your backline, you anti-heal them, it's so disgustingly brutal.
No play God.
My team is AFK. My team is so scared. My team is AFK. My team is so scared. My team is AFK. My team is so scared. My team is AFK. It's just bullshit. Hey friends. We're both friends. Yeah. Hey friends.